Welcome to the podcast. I'm your host, Captain Conan, here with Daddy Dalton himself. Say what's up to the kidlets.
What's up? Killing it. So I was checking to see what Alex Jones had to say about the JFK stuff.
I mean, that's really important, and we're going to get to that. But what I was saying before is, yes, I am still sick. And it's kind of like karma. I don't know. It's got to be karma because at the end of the last episode, I was telling you about my obscene calorie deficit, right? And all of a sudden you're like, and I'm like, I'm getting sick. And you're like, yeah. And it's starting to come on. And then, dude, it took 2 days and then I got wiped. I mean, my health metrics, all-time low, heart rate variability score, all-time low, just floored. And I'm still not better. Like I would say I'm probably like 60%. I'm not there, you know? So.
And he just hacked up a lung off camera.
I'm probably going to hack up a lung on the pod, and I'm not going to edit it out because this is reality, folks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the reality is, if you want a good cut, you're going to get sick.
You're going to get sick. If you want a good cut, you're going to push yourself to sickness. No,
and you're going to push through the sickness.
I was thinking, like, during the worst of the sickness, I was like, screw this. I'm going to take steroids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, at any inconvenience of my mortality, of, like, limitations of my physical mortality, I'm like, I'm going to take steroids.
Yeah, steroids will solve this. And then I'll just be down with the sickness.
Down with the sickness. Anyway, but yeah, dude, what's new with you?
I've officially started the cut, and let me tell you.
Oh, welcome to Cutsville, USA. Population U.
Yeah. Did I talk about on the podcast how I was going on that cruise?
Yeah.
I did mention that?
You mentioned that you were, yeah.
Well, big news. Cruise is canceled. Until maybe like we might do something in November or something like that, but still supplementing that with probably a Europe trip or something. I don't know, dude. We'll see. Dude,
you're a big travel boy. And it just sounds exhausting to me. Every time you go travel, you just sound exhausted.
Well, it's usually I do get exhausted. Last time, dude, when I went to Italy, I was like fighting off getting sick the entire time. There were nights I went home early to sleep because I could tell I was getting sick. I was sweating like a pig, probably because I was sick.
Hilarious.
Also, the humidity didn't help, right?
Interesting.
So.
Yeah. Are you a fan of humidity? Like, if you could have your ideal climate, what's the ideal climate?
Humidity's miserable. Give me dry heat, dude. Dry heat, dry cold. I'm good with that. Like,
dude, I'm a dry heat guy too. Like, I'm a big fan of Arizona.
Yeah.
Dry heat all the way.
If it's a little humid, I can stand it, dude. But when it's like 100% humidity, dude, it is brutal. You feel so gross the whole time.
Wet blanket of a human.
Yeah. And there's no escaping it.
No escaping it.
It's terrible. And then you have to have like dehumidifiers, and it's like, who's dehumidifying stuff? That's crazy. Plus the climates that usually have that also have weirdly large spiders and like cockroaches and like.
That's what I'm talking about.
Just like gross things, mold. You know what I mean? There's always a smell. There's always a smell, dude. It doesn't matter what you do. There's always a smell every time. Yeah, I don't like it, dude. Forget humidity. I'm down to not be humid.
Well, I'm proud of your rejection of humidity and your love of dry heat because I'm also that way.
Dude, it's just better.
The cruise is canceled, so that means like you got a larger runway for Cutsville, USA.
Yeah.
The one thing we're saying is that the cruise kind of an obstacle to the cut, you know?
It was more of a goal, to be honest with you.
Oh, really? To get shredded for the cruise?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was more of like, because it was supposed to be a cruise to Iceland. So in all reality, not sure how much shirtless, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's going to be, you know what I mean?
Go up in just like a man bikini.
Yeah.
A little boy thong, right?
Yeah, and, dude.
And everyone else is just in jackets and cold.
Yeah, it's like I feel like a cruise to Iceland is not. I don't know. I just don't foresee there being a lot of like, oh, let's go to the pool.
Our cruises to Iceland weather tropical? Probably not.
It's definitely not tropical.
The best time for Iceland cruises, temperature-wise, is summer. Ooh.
Yeah, and see, this would have been like springtime. So it's like, it's going to be cold. It's going to be like probably nippy at best, right? But either way, it was like the food. I was like, oh, if I cut really hard for like 2 months or however long it was going to be, then I deserve all the delicious food on the cruise. Like I've earned it.
That's a big thing that you have earned it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's also kind of like on principle. Like every time you go to a buffet where you're like, I got to get my money's worth. Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's included. I got to get my money's worth.
Dude, exactly. Thank you. Yeah. And so that's kind of like really what I was looking for. I mean, and so I shouldn't say that the cruise is canceled. It's just more postponed. Right. But unsure as to the time frame, but honestly, like it works out better. It works out good. Probably still make some sort of vacay out of it. It's probably turn to some sort of vacay. Not sure where, but gonna make it happen. You know what I mean? Make it happen, Captain. So it'll be big fun, dude. I'm excited.
That is big fun.
Dates will change a little bit, but honestly, it works out better.
Love it, dude. Love it. So how has the cut been so far? What's your strategy? What's your goal? What's your hope?
Strategy has been evolving, right? I haven't been tracking calories quite as much as I used to.
Really?
Yeah, I've just been eating. I've been eating a little bit more frequently, and the meals are generally smaller. So, and just like I've cleaned up stuff. So like, instead of like if I'm just going eggs, right? I do half eggs, half egg whites.
Ah, there we go.
Lunch, I've been kind of doing the same lunch, just chicken and vegetables. For a carb, I'll do some potatoes, but like really not a lot, dude. Like smaller portions. And then I've really been kicking up the protein.
I like it.
I've also discovered a couple of like really awesome supplementary things, dude.
Ew, what are you talking about supplementary? What are we talking about?
I mean, dude, I discovered the amazing, so I've just replaced like the higher density calorie rich things with like lower calorie versions, but higher protein.
Oh.
For example, milk, right?
Yeah, you replaced it with semen.
Bull semen, nonetheless. High in protein, more than you'd think. More than you would think.
I hear that actually has taurine in it.
Bull semen?
Yeah, I think it does.
How'd you find that out?
Well, science, you know.
Yeah, no, please tell me. I would like to know. That's crazy.
It was literally a supplement that people used for a while.
Bull semen?
What is bull semen used for?
Are you kidding me right now? There's no way that's real.
I think it is, dude.
No way. They take it in a pill form? Like they powder it up and pull it?
I'm trying to.
They sphincter in it? Suppositories? How are they doing it, dude?
Dude, let me see.
That's craziness.
Yeah. Dude, maybe I made this up.
It definitely doesn't sound real. Here's a little sneak peek into Colin's mind, right? He thinks a lot about semen, in particular large animals' semen. Now, what you derive from that is up to you.
Okay.
You're right or wrong?
The name taurine comes from the Latin word bull, taurus. The taurine in energy drinks, including Red Bull, is synthetically produced, not derived from bull semen, although there is taurine in bull semen. Wow.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so you weren't completely wrong.
No, I wasn't completely off, but yeah.
I'm glad we don't use that in energy drinks, though. Holy cow.
Yeah. No, it's derived synthetically now. Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, and it's also found in like meat, fish, dairy products.
Okay. So. Well, like I like breakfast sausages, right? But if you eat breakfast sausages, dude, they're
high in fat, yeah.
High in fat, high in calories, dude. Found an amazing alternative. They're chicken breakfast sausages.
Ooh.
Doesn't sound great. It's a good alternative. Tastes good. You eat that with like half egg whites, half eggs, dude. You're cutting your fat almost completely out.
That's awesome. What did you? I feel like this is something you found at Trader Joe's.
100%, dude. Yes. Did I tell you that already?
No, but it sounds like a Trader Schmoes product. You know, what
bro, it's 100%. And the other thing is, dude, I've replaced milk because I like milk, dude. I'm a milk guy.
Mm-hmm.
I replaced it with Fairlife no fat milk, and all that means, dude, is a cup of that's got 13 G's of protein, bro.
It tastes good.
Yeah, it tastes like milk.
That's awesome.
I've been mixing my pre-workout with it, and it's only like six carbs. And yeah, dude, it's like mostly protein. It's crazy, but it's delicious. It's fantastic. And yeah, dude, I mix that bad boy with some protein. And then you got like, dude, you do 1 scoop of the protein, the kind that we have. It's like the 24 G's. And then that you're looking at 37 G's of protein right there, dude.
Oh, heck yeah.
With like 8 carbs.
Yeah, dude. And then you have your buddy come over and give you some more protein. And then it's like,
you and your bull semen, dude.
I was just saying, dude, he might also have some sources of protein that you could benefit from, you know?
Oh, another thing, dude.
You tried those carbonated drinks from Bucked Up, the new carbonated sodas. What's your rating?
Yep. Good, dude. They taste like energy drinks.
That's crazy.
But they're just protein.
That's mystical. Do you know what type of protein is in them?
Whey.
Oh, it's whey. It's not casein.
No, it's whey.
Okay, that's crazy. Because sometimes I thought like the less concentrate forms of protein, like the stuff that's less heavy, was like casein. But whey, that's crazy.
Yeah, it literally because it says on the product label, it says may contain milk. It's good though, dude. It's surprisingly good. So I've been supplementing that. I haven't had an energy drink in a while, actually.
Dude, I actually quit caffeine because
what?
Sick. Yeah.
Oh, because you've been sick. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I might as well just stop for a while and just do non-stim pre-workout because it's been 5 days now without pre-workout or nicotine. The only stimulants I've been taking is pseudoephedrine for my freaking nasal cavity.
But didn't you work out today?
No, not today. I did yesterday. But
you did that no pre-workout.
I did it raw. Yeah.
Dude, you're a madman. That's crazy.
I did it very sick still, right? And I was dizzy. I legitimately, like, my vision was blurred. And I was like, this probably isn't good.
Definitely not, dude.
So yeah, that's why I didn't go today, and I'm still not all the way better, and I'm pissed off. And part of me thinks that this is just aging, that I won't recover as much anymore, and I can't push myself to the degree that I used to. So I don't know.
I also think it's that you're probably pushing yourself more than you used to be honest.
No, dude, that's not true.
Bro, you're at a ridiculous calorie deficit.
And I'm working out 2 to 3 times a day.
You're working out 2 to 3 times a day. 2, you're not getting the proper sleep because you got 2 little ones.
That's true. And they were messing with the sleep too. Yeah.
And then you're trying to quit caffeine on top of all that. That's insane, dude. You don't quit caffeine during a cut.
Why I succeeded. Okay.
You don't quit caffeine during a cut, dude. That's a number 1 rule. Everyone knows this.
Well, I tell you what. Another thing is the problem with being sick and taking pseudoephedrine. Is like my appetite absolutely smushed. So now I'm in a place where I'm like, I really need to eat to get better.
Yeah, you do.
I'm in trouble eating. So,
dude, you know what you need?
Some steroids.
No. Okay. Well, that would. Yeah. Yes.
Wouldn't that help?
But
That's
you know
what
what
they gave
else
my
you
baby
need?
when we took him to the doctor. They gave him a corticosteroid.
Dude, actually, I think the last time I went to the doctor, they gave me 2 prescriptions, and I don't think I ever fulfilled them. And
I've totally done that before.
one of them was a steroid.
Yeah, corticosteroid. Yeah.
But dude, you need chips and salsa, dude. That's what you need.
Dude, I feel like when I have such a low appetite, spicy things are not the thing.
Dude, just get the mango
Also,
salsa that we get.
You know what I got?
What?
I went to the store because this was my thought. I was like, I need to eat.
Yeah.
So I need to find something that makes me want to eat. So I went to the store with nothing in mind, and I said, I'm going to find something that seems appetizing. So
I've done that.
I grabbed things off the shelves, and one of the things I grabbed was like a Pringles specialty Pringles flavor. It was a Hot Ones specialty Pringles flavor.
Okay.
And it was pretty dang spicy. I was like, this was a mistake.
Really?
I can't eat these. Yeah. I ate some, but it was like not appetizing. So,
dude, you got to get like the mild salsa then, or like the mango ones that we get.
Ooh,
although that mango one is can be kind of spicy.
The mango habanero from Miss Renfro's is pretty dang spicy.
Yeah, I guess I don't think about that because it's
real
sweet.
Fresh too.
But think about it, dude. Think about why. Okay. One,
what?
you're getting some fat and you're getting some carbs in you, dude. So you're getting calories. Salt is soothing on the throat.
Is it? Because it kind of burns sometimes.
Yeah, but it's good for you, dude. It's good.
You could do a saltwater gargle. That was one of the things that was recommended.
And the salsa, hella vitamin C.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's all the things. I had a professor in college tell me that one time. He's like, hey, because I was sick, and I think I was like really sick or something, and I was talking to him about it. He's like, you know what? I always tell people, and he told me that, and he explained why, and I was like, oh, you know what? I like the logic. And he's like, and at the end of the day, it's a nice snack. And I'm like, dude, you're not wrong. And you're justifying me eating chips and salsa. I'm good with it.
Dude, I feel like there was a period of time where you were sick all the time.
Yeah, dude. That was like freaking last month.
Maybe you're just like that all the time. Maybe it's because you didn't sleep. You don't sleep.
I don't sleep, dude.
Well, we need to work on your sleep apnea, dude, with the science.
Dude, bro, I tell you this, dude.
Yeah.
I got, when was it? Sunday night, slept so good.
Like a baby.
Dude, I took 2 melatonin gummies. Okay. Yeah. And I knocked out, dude. Didn't even remember what time I went to bed. I woke up, dude, all day. I was firing all cylinders, dude.
Love it.
I was killing it. I felt so great.
Doesn't that make you just want to like optimize your sleep routine to get that all the time?
Yes. Yeah. It really, like, frankly, yes, it does. Like, I'm looking at the clock right now, like, we're getting off at a certain time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, for sure. I'm with you. We'll get off at a certain time because I need it too. Let me tell you about my homemade remedy. Okay.
Tell me.
I was looking this up. I was like, because I think doctors are quackadoos. No, I don't. I think they're very smart. But I also sometimes just want to avoid going to the doctor.
Well, it's money, dude.
Costs money. But also like I want to be able to take my health into my own hands. Yeah. And so if this settles into my chest, right, and I think like, oh, I probably got an infection, then I'm going to go get some antibiotics, right? But I should be able to get antibiotics without the help of a doctor, in my opinion, okay? What, I need a doctor to, you know what I mean?
I'm with you on that, honestly.
They overprescribe antibiotics in general. So like they're not doing their job, right? Everyone's guts torn up from overabuse of antibiotics. But this is what we did. I looked up some stuff, okay? And we also did some stuff to our kids. So we sound like fruitcakes for what we did. But the first thing we did is we looked up that you could take some garlic, smash it up,
okay,
saute it, and it produces this thing called allicin, which has antibiotic properties. And so,
interesting.
Yeah. And so you do that, and then you mix it with some honey, because honey also mild antibiotic properties, right? Mm-hmm. And that's your little num. Now, honey and garlic that was sauteed, mixed together, sounds like a weird mixture. Right. But honestly, dude, it's pretty tasty.
Do you just like spoonful it, or how do you do it?
Yeah, dude, just a freaking spoonful of about a clove, or I was doing 2 cloves,
Do you mash you mashed up the garlic or you cut it up?
Yeah, you smash it and then get in little bits and then saute it and then get the freaking honey and then you just slurp it up, dude.
Did you know else I've like seen just like on random TikToks that are supposed to be like home remedies?
Yeah,
it is something similar, but it's like onions and honey.
Yes.
You've heard of that too?
Yeah, onions was the other thing, and this is what we did. And this one I have less faith in, but it's just, there's no harm in trying. But we put onions on the feet of our children under a sock, like with a sock over it. And apparently that's supposed to help.
Dude, I don't know why, but I've heard of that too, and I like that one sounds like a fairy tale, dude.
It sounds like I don't understand how it would, when people, it's the same equivalent to me as people saying like, oh, put lavender on their feet. I'm like, I don't know if the feet work like that. Like,
right.
I'm sure there's some level of like transdermal, like you get stuff through your skin, but I just think it would be better if they consumed it. But yeah, we did put garlic on the feet of our baby and onions on the feet of our 3-year-old. So. And
how do they feel about it?
I mean, they didn't care.
They got rashes on their feet or anything?
No, they're chill. Yeah.
How'd you do it? Did you cut it up into little bits and then just shove it in their socks or what?
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly what we did.
And they're just walking on that all day?
For about like an hour and a half. Yeah. They didn't notice at all. They got oniony toes, dude.
Oh, their little piggies smell rank right now. Dude.
Yeah, I mean that was yesterday, but yeah.
There was another one I was gonna.
Another home remedy.
Yeah, I was trying to think of it.
Dude, just rub some onions on your pits, dude. Just a little. Ogres are like onions.
Oh, have you seen that thing where they it's like the foot bath or whatever, but it's supposed to like detox your body? You ever seen that?
I mean, I've heard of foot baths and I've heard of detoxes. It's like I put that under the category of things like I don't really buy,
Oh, and that's what I'm saying. Like I don't buy it at all. And they in these things they always have like little I swear when they show it they have like little worms in the water. And they're like, oh, they're parasites that are coming out of your body. You're like, they're coming out of my feet? Like how? You know what I mean?
Parasites is one thing I think about though. I think about that all the time.
Like you think about parasites all the time?
Yeah, like if I have parasites in my body, you know what I mean? Are you concerned about that at all?
Yeah, dude. Weirdly enough, yeah, I do think about that.
You know who gets parasites the most?
Who?
Veterans who have served overseas. And you are an international man of leisure. I would venture to say you might have been exposed to parasites at one time or another.
Bro, I got so sick one time in Cambodia from eating sugarcane, and I've thought about that.
Dude. If you think about ever since you went to that portion of the world and came back, or you just messed up for a while, maybe it was parasites.
I really wasn't though.
Oh, okay.
That's what's weird. I was messed up for a short period of time, and I always had a philosophy, and I'm pretty sure I've told the kids this on the pod before.
All right, yeah, share the philosophy.
But if I was going to eat something sketchy, I would also knock back a Coke because in my
make it all go away.
In my head, if it cleans a penny, it'll kill pretty much anything else. You know what I mean? It's like drinking.
I thought you were going to say I have something on the street and I knock back a line of Coke.
Oh no! I'm talking about a Coca-Cola, dude.
Oh yeah, Coca-Cola.
So I don't know.
That reminds me of the Mountain Dew. From what's the snowboarder guy? It's a redhead snowboarder guy.
Dude, we were talking Shaun White.
Shaun White. Yeah. Did you know the Shaun White clip where he's like, we were, after he won his first gold medal, we were back there, we were drinking, and she's like, alcohol? You're underage. He's like, I'm talking about Mountain Dews, baby.
Oh yeah.
It's the best. It's so
I do remember that. It's like he's on live TV with the reporter, isn't he?
TV. Yeah.
I'm talking about Mountain Dews.
That's so funny. Yeah. Anyways, so you would drink a Coke and you felt like that fixed it.
I mean, it would make me feel better about the situation, I suppose.
Right.
I don't know if it actually fixed anything. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I don't know. I got really sick for like one day and then I felt good again and started eating stuff again.
Yeah,
So,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Who knows?
I'll tell you this much, dude. There are like, I don't know about like certain remedies, but there's certain supplements I'm like religious about. And the supplement that I totally lacked on right before I got sick, D3, dude.
Really?
I lacked on my D3 and
oh, dude, actually, now that you mention it, I need to take some.
you get up on your D3, especially if you live in a place where there's not a lot of sunlight and you don't get optimal D3. D3 is an essential nutrient, mineral. Some would say like a hormone type nutrient that helps boost your immune system. It's an essential component.
Dude, do you ever like wonder about like Eastern medicine? Like, do you ever like?
I totally wonder about Eastern medicine. How do you know?
Like, do you ever like think that there's like remedies for different things out there that we just don't know about? Like, have you ever seen those like
Definitely, yeah,
Joe Rogan clips and stuff? Like, I went down a rabbit hole one time,
right?
Because me and my buddy Josh were talking about different things, and dude, like this guy had like this infection that he'd like had antibiotics and different things for, and he got, I don't know where he got it from, but he would frequently go down to the Amazon and talk to these natives, and this guy like freaking put some tree sap on it, and he's like, dude, something that I've been dealing with for months was like healed overnight. And this is a guy, this is like, you know, some guy on Joe Rogan's podcast or whatever. And then like, I don't know, dude, my buddy Josh told me about this guy that he'd met on his mission. And he's like, dude, I severely sprained my ankle, like bruising, like swollen. He's like, this guy had just gotten back from like China where he'd like studied Eastern medicine for a while. And he's like, oh, dude, here, put this on. And he gave him some stuff. He's like, bro, he's like, within like hours, I was able to walk on it and the like bruising was gone. And I'm like, what did he do? What's on it?
Dude, yeah.
You ever think of stuff like that? This voodoo magic?
About stuff like that. There's this thing called rapamycin. I believe it's rapamycin. Maybe I'm wrong, but I learned this in the book from Peter Attia called Outlive. And essentially, rapamycin is this weird, like, I'm not going to be able to describe its effect profile well, but it's essentially this thing that was discovered because it was found in like the soil around a volcano on this one island. And that they just like people in this culture would go there for healing.
Okay.
And some scientists went out there to study this area because they were just like studying all these different cultures. And there was this molecule there, and that was the origin for them developing rapamycin. And they essentially just like discovered this molecule from it. So it's pretty crazy.
And what is it? What does this stuff do? What does rapamycin do?
Okay, so I got it here. Sirolimus, also known as rapamycin, is a macrolide compound. Oh man, I'm not gonna read through all this. It's used in cardiovascular treatments. It's produced by certain bacterias, medical uses. Let's see. So they use it to help with people that are getting organ transplants. It prevents the body from rejecting it.
Oh.
Yeah. And they also use it for tumor treatment. Straight up.
Really?
Kills tumors.
It just kills tumors. It kills cancer.
It says treatment of metastatic malignant paravascular epithelioid cell tumor. So that's skin cancer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Dude, see, and then like you got things like that guy, you know, the doctor that came back with freaking
treats neurological diseases like epilepsy from certain sources. Yeah. Wild. Like, what even is that? You know what I mean? They don't even totally know why it does what it does. Because at certain dosages, it's immunosuppressant. and other dosages it's immuno boosting. It's like, what? So crazy.
That's so weird. Right. Dude, like medicine is so weird. And then like we have all these like crazy things that we just don't know. Like that one guy came back with Ebola, and then we just cured him. What did we give him, dude?
Ooh.
You know what I mean? And I bring this up all the time.
You cured an Ebola guy? What are you talking about?
You don't remember that?
No. Tell me about the Ebola guy.
Bro, there was a doctor that went to go Africa to go help with like an Ebola outbreak, got Ebola. They traveled him back to the US and they gave him some mystery drug which cured his Ebola. You don't remember that?
No.
How do you not remember this, dude? I'm pretty sure I've talked about this on the pod. Hold up.
Dude, what if it's fake news? What if it's not real?
Not. It was huge, dude.
In the meantime, dude, while you're looking that up, Sean White, everyone. Oh, I can't even hear it. What the heck?
It's like the first thing that pops up.
Stewardess had all seen the games and they were just so excited to see me. They're like, you have the gold. And I mean, I had unlimited like service after that. I was getting drinks and I was getting snacks. And I mean, I was taking photos in the back with all the stewardesses. Fun.
Wait a minute. Drinks? You're 19 years old.
Yeah, I'm talking about Mountain Dews, baby. Stewardess had all.
Bro, so smooth with it. I'm talking about Mountain Dews, baby.
If he wasn't talking about Mountain Dew, then that was the smoothest transition.
He's so smooth. And the reason I know he's so smooth is because he's like married to a Hollywood actress now, I'm pretty sure. Anyways.
Okay.
Dude, Ebola, no way. You mean the modern zombie virus? Nah.
Bro.
I remember being the fear of God being put into me about
during the 2014 Ebola outbreak in West Africa. Dr. Kent Brantley, a medical missionary with Samaritan's Purse, contracted Ebola while treating patients in Liberia and was later treated in the U.S. Treatment. He was flown to the United States for treatment at Emory University Hospital in Atlanta, which has a containment unit for patients with dangerous infectious diseases. Hold on.
Okay.
When in June, let's see, when did he go into the hospital? Bro, they cured him of Ebola. They gave him some sort of like serum. They gave him some mystery serum, and
they put garlic on his feet.
Do you know what the death rate for Ebola is, dude?
Put garlic on his feet.
It's anywhere from 25 to 90%, which seems absurd. Just like cut that in the middle. It's like 50%.
It's like, that's a big range.
I know. It's like, why are we doing this? Like, I've always heard it was like 90%.
Maybe it's stratified by age, right? Maybe it's like 25% for kids, 95% for adults. You know what I mean?
What did they give Dr. Kent Brantley?
Yeah, what did they give him, dude? Do you think they gave him Mike's secret stuff?
They did. They gave him special sauce, lettuce, cheese. I don't know.
Do you know what Mike's secret stuff is, dude, from Space Jam?
Oh, yes. Oh, I didn't know what that was from until you mentioned that.
Yeah, the only reason I'm saying that is because we recently watched that with my kid for the first time. He loved it, dude. He was dunking on his mini hoop the whole time. He loved it. Pretty good, dude. Underrated movie, Space Jam. Underrated. Also, love my boy Bill Murray in there, dude. Hilarious.
Dude. So it just says they gave him an experimental treatment. I don't know, dude. Oh, it says ZMAP before they left Liberia, which binds the virus in the blood with neutralizing antibodies, providing massive immunity. ZMAP has proven successful in clinical trials with primates.
Oh.
So basically what happened is for some reason they were like, you know what? We have this super cure serum and we're going to give it to this one guy for some reason because he's more important than everyone else, maybe.
Ooh.
I don't know. I don't know why they did it. I don't know why he got it and nobody else didn't.
There's something about experimental treatments that's really problematic in terms of like getting new innovations through. And there's this whole ethics, right?
Mm-hmm.
The ethics, it makes sense why they have these types of guidelines. It's like, hey, you're not going to give something to someone when there is a treatment that will, quote unquote, save their life. So for the instance, in cancer treatment, we have some viable treatments. They're rough, they're barbaric. It doesn't mean you will survive, but you have a higher chance of survival if you get these treatments, right?
Right.
So the alternative, the unknown, which is essentially if this fails, death, right? It's hard to get those things to actual clinical trials under that ethics paradigm. If that makes sense.
But here's the thing, dude. If you have like Ebola, which is arguably a death sentence.
It's arguably a death sentence, yeah.
And if you're like, they have Ebola, and it's not like a long death sentence, like it's a pretty finite window.
Sure.
Like 24 hours. Then you just go, hey, do you want this special drug that may or may not work? Like it might kill you, but it might also cure you. It's like, dude, I'm rolling the dice anyway. Give me the drug. Like,
yeah, and I think maybe that's why he got the drug, right?
Yeah, but like, why not do that to like all these other guys that are also probably dying? Like if there's an outbreak, right? Because and maybe they did, right? But the way I understood the story was that he came back to America and like I remember watching it on the news, dude. I remember like guys in hazmat suits, like walking them off the plane. Like we don't even have like necessarily the level of containment necessary for that kind of virus. Like there's only like a couple of places that have there's like different categories of like virus containment. And there's not a lot of facilities in the world that like have the appropriate level for that sort of outbreak. And I don't think because I think there's only like 2 in the US. And I want to say that it wasn't in Atlanta. Like they had a very good one, but it wasn't like top tier, like they quote unquote needed for that type of virus.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, it worked out, right? But it just seems, I just remember at the time being like, hold on, we just cured Ebola, dude. Like, you telling me there's not a cure for cancer out here somewhere?
Mm.
You tell me that, you tell me I can't just rub some tree sap on me and I get cured?
I've certainly seen like many people say in certain circles, like biohacking spaces, forums of that nature, that there are substances, and they've like documented these substances that do kill cancer. And it's not like a one and done thing. It's like, hey, this is a treatment that you would assume with something like a metabolic diet that would be anti-cancerous. So you would have to do something like keto-ish, right?
Sure.
Because cancer is largely a metabolic disease. And so
weird, because epilepsy is something that you typically try to do a more keto type diet with too.
Yeah,
there seems to be a lot of health benefits.
The metabolic effects of excess glucose in your system, essentially, right?
Okay.
And they also think that Alzheimer's, is sometimes referred to as diabetes type 3, right?
Wait, I didn't know that. They refer to Alzheimer's as diabetes type 3. Why? Is it an insulin link?
No, it's just an excess glucose thing, right?
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, that's what they think. They think that there's excess glucose. So essentially, if you think of your body as one big container of metabolic energy, right?
Okay.
Your body's ability to process and store glucose works very well, surprisingly very well, right?
Right.
Until we get to this modern age, right? So you've got several stores, essentially. You have your muscle stores. That's number one.
Okay.
So through the process of glycolysis, you get glycogen from glucose, and that glycogen is the energy stores in your muscle. Then you have your fat cells. Then you have your organs. And if you get too fat, you get fatty liver disease, not from alcohol, but from excess glucose. And they're assuming one of these other effects of the excess glucose is the cognitive decline associated with Alzheimer's, which is just excess glucose essentially causing inflammation around the brain. So
interesting.
Yeah. But there's a lot that's not known about Alzheimer's and neurodegenerative diseases. And there's also a lot of research that was recently found to be faked in regards to Alzheimer's. And so they're like, well, guess we know even less now. So
thanks, fakers, you fibs.
Fake stuff. But I say we get to some more important stuff like the JFK Files.
Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, we went
right at the beginning, and then we went 40 minutes without talking about it.
I know, we didn't even try.
Hey, that's a good hook, though. That's a great hook. That's great,
right,
boy.
Hey, we got you, and now we're back.
You're hooked. Anyway, so have you looked at any of it at all?
No, none. Have you? Other than I started to try to look it up, but that was about it.
Just things on X. Yeah. So I think the important context is that it was several weeks ago, right? That the Attorney General or whatever came out and they did this little press release where they all were waving hey, we got the documents. And then they released some stuff and it was just kind of stuff that had been.
I thought that was the Epstein files.
Oh, that was the Epstein files.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, bro, I don't think that was JFK.
Good point. You're right.
Just release all the files though.
Give me all the files. Yeah, there's way too much classification. The power of classification is used and abused, especially by our intelligence agencies, because it's just used and abused. Anyways, I've seen a lot of people sharing certain pages and certain things. They're sharing this one page and saying the CIA knew. All right. So we're gonna open up this page here and take a little gander, and you can decide for yourself. Well, we don't want to lead you to any conclusions. We want you to decide for yourself. Isn't that right, Dalton?
We want you to make an informed decision.
An informed decision. So this is a page that keeps getting shared. It says memorandum, ramparts, a bunch of names.
Looks like it was very terribly scanned.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably how most of them were. The day after the assassination, Gary Underhill left Washington in a hurry. Late in the evening, he showed up at the home of friends in New Jersey. He was very agitated. A small clique within the CIA was responsible for the assassination, he confided, and he was afraid for his life and probably would have to leave the country. Less than 6 months later, Underhill was found shot to death in his Washington apartment. The coroner ruled it a suicide. J. Garrett Underhill has been an intelligence agent during World War II and was recognized authority on limited warfare and small arms, a researcher, writer on military affairs. He was on first-name basis with many of the top brass in the Pentagon. He was also on intimate terms with a number of high-ranking CIA officials. He was one of the agency's people who performed special assignments. At one time, he had been a friend of Samuel Cummings of Interramco, the arms broker that numbers among its customers the CIA and, ironically, Klein Sporting Goods of Chicago, from whence the mail order Carsano allegedly purchased. The gun was allegedly purchased by Oswald. Boom. So, John Garrett Underhill. I've heard the name Underhill before. I've heard that mentioned because I think it was public that he was shot to death and it was ruled as suicide. So,
bro,
what do you think, dude?
It sounds like there was some insider dealings with this. Dude, this is what it seems like to me. The federal government has zero transparency, and that needs to be changed.
Yeah.
They have to be accountable. They can't be, dude, because think it okay, the people in the CIA orchestrated this and they got away with it for how many years because it was considered classified? Dude, we can't have this stuff anymore.
And let's just say this. Technically, I mean, if they did it, which it seems like they did, and if I had to bet, I'd bet that they were complicit, right?
Right.
I would say that they still got away with it because who's being prosecuted? You know what I mean?
Well, and that's exactly. And if these documents show anything that like there are certain parties responsible, they should be prosecuted 100%. And ultimately, and honestly, dude, like, you know what I would actually even trade off for, I think? Yeah. Like in lieu of prosecuting these guys, I would, I mean, preferably it'd be both, right? But if it was prosecute or the government has more oversight and has to be transparent, I'd choose that. That way, moving forward, nothing like this can happen anymore.
I just don't know how you trust any objective attempt at quote unquote transparency. Just gut the agency. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I mean,
do you know this? There was a district judge either today or yesterday that said that the closing down of USAID has to be reversed, and that the president doesn't have the power to do it, and it's against the Constitution. It is some fugazi weird stuff, but they essentially are saying that Congress has to remove the agency that they instated with a bill. So essentially, dude, you have to get unanimous support to remove it, and you never will, right?
No, never.
And so it's just perpetually growing. And so you look at things like this as a sane person, and you say, oh, you're saying we can't get rid of corruption the legal way? Oh, well, I guess we'll just keep trying the legal way. No, people that are crazy, and not myself, because I'm not a crazy person. Okay, I'm pretty sane. All right?
Yeah.
I'm super sane. Crazy people
super sane.
We have to take these matters into our own hands. And that's not good. That's not good.
It's terrible.
It's not good.
Dude.
That's where you get the Luigi Mangionis of the world, you know?
And you can kind of tell where people, you know, how people were feeling about that particular topic based on his, you know, kind of apathetic support.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings about that type of stuff because I hate the it's kind of like Crime and Punishment, Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment, which is a story about this guy, and this guy essentially has a plot to kill this rich person, and kills this rich person because he rationalizes that this person is a bad person. He's going to use the money for good things. He has all these reasons, right?
Mm.
And like, you know, the person is legitimately a bad person, and legitimately he is going to use the money to do good things, but then he doesn't, and ultimately, like, realizes that it's not just about, you know, whether you can do a thing or not. It's like the thing might be inherently bad. There's a whole complex narrative aside from that, but that's kind of what I think is like, even if people are bad people, like, is it good to kill them? Like, I don't think so. You know? Anyway.
So you're saying there has to be a legal process with this?
With this? I don't know.
I'm not saying about this particular. I'm just saying in general.
I'm not saying a legal process. I'm saying morally, I believe that it's not right to kill someone unless your life is threatened, right? So life, liberty, and property are the things that you should protect.
So what if somebody commits a crime and they deem it to be capital punishment? Do you not back in capital punishment?
I'm kind of okay with capital punishment, but not by the government, if that makes sense.
Then who's it going to be by?
If they attempt to kill me, I kill them. That's how it is. Yeah, that's capital punishment.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. And then this is the other thing. Like there's two types of anarchy, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I bomb a building, which is one type of anarchy. And there's the CIA tells me I have to come in for questioning and I don't.
Okay.
And I just don't do what the government says, right?
Uh-huh.
So straight up not doing what the government says is one thing. Bombing them is a whole other thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So for me, it's like when institutions get corrupt enough, it's just like, all right, hey guys, let's just stop listening to them and giving them money, right? Now, obviously, I'm going to go to jail if I don't pay my taxes, right?
Yeah.
So we all get together and we stop paying our taxes. And so that's why I'm announcing here on this podcast, We are all going to stop paying our taxes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. No more taxes. No more.
I wish, dude. I freaking wish.
Thanks for listening to my rant.
We're not actually supporting that, by the way.
No. We would never. You ready for another portion of the files?
Yes.
The CIA has no objection to declassification and or release of information in this document except for these words: the Israeli Intelligence Service.
What?
Yep.
Hold on. This has Mossad on it?
This was something that was from a pre-declassification attempt earlier, right? So essentially this document is saying CIA has no objections to declassification and or release of information in this document except brackets, right? And this person, Lee 8798, so he was the person that made this. I don't know who Lee is, right? Blank. In the brackets, Israeli Intelligence Service. So
that's Mossad.
I think that's misleading because I think Mossad, they're cool guys. You know what I mean? I don't think.
Well, here's the thing, dude.
If this would have anything to do with that.
If this is painting Mossad in a bad light, like, we should probably just get rid of these documents. Like, they're probably false.
We should burn them, dude. Yeah.
We should never have released them. Hey, Mossad, we're sorry. And we're going to change the topic.
Let's get back to some other components of this. Right here, it states that the USSR claimed that that Oswald was a poor shot when he tried target firing in the USSR.
Hold on, I guess I got to be honest with you, dude. I played the fifth when it comes to like, some people go really hardcore into the JFK stuff. I never got into it. Right, okay. Like, I never dug deep into it. Was Lee Harvey Oswald? Was he a Russian?
No, I think he had just lived in the. Let me see.
Does that not seem a little strange? He lived in the Soviet Union.
He was not Russian. He was an American citizen who briefly lived in the Soviet Union. That's right.
Why did he live there?
I don't know.
Does that not seem like weirdly CIA asset to you?
Well, he was born in the United States. He served in the Marine Corps and defected to the Soviet Union. So maybe it was a military, AFK type thing.
Like he went AWOL?
AWOL, yeah. Not AFK. He didn't go away from keyboard.
I was like, I don't know what AFK is, dude.
Anyways, dude,
from keyboard.
AFK is, yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude, there's gonna be a lot that come. That
dude, did your tummy just rumble?
No, that was my chair.
Oh, I was like, bro, did I just hear your tummy rumble?
No, but if I had a rumble, I'd let you know, and it would definitely be a fart.
Fair enough.
It would be a large rip, and I would just be like, yeah.
Fair enough. Well, dude,
we're gonna have to read these files. It's gonna take some time. There's thousands of them. People like it was said 80, there's 80,000, but I don't know if there is. I would have to verify that. So we'll see.
Either way, we'll put our ears to the pavement. We'll try to get some information.
Best guys on it.
We'll put our best boys on it. Maybe a couple of AIs.
AIs, yeah.
We have AIs that are working for us. We'll probably put them on it. Interesting stuff, though, dude. It does. From that one page alone, obviously, like one page taken out of context, like could mean nothing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, though, that page indicates that old homeboy says CIA. That's pretty crazy.
It's what one of the homeboys said. And that homeboy was intimately involved with the intelligence agency. But yeah.
Wouldn't it be like sometimes, do you ever think that like big conspiracies like this, like sometimes just have like a very simple explanation?
Yeah. And the simple explanation is that the CIA did it.
Well, I know, but like sometimes like, other ones you're like, no, dude, it's just this. And everyone's like, oh, I don't know. Ooh.
Yeah.
Dude, I wish that everything was just like so transparent. We could just see right through the government, just tell what's off. And then if somebody messes up, they do something nefarious, they get treated just like any of us, dude, right to jail. Just, they should be held to a higher standard, like working in the offices that they do. Like, it's crazy to me.
Yeah, there's very, very little accountability, but hopefully that changes. But in other news, dude, astronauts safely returned from home, rescued by the SpaceX team. Did you hear about the astronauts that were stranded at the space station?
Yep.
They were supposed to be there for days, maybe a week, and they were there for 4 months.
Holy, dude.
Talk about thinking you're going to die out there, man. Just like...
Did they get extra food? Do you think? Did we send them extra nibbles?
A ration? I don't know. But that's crazy. I'll tell you what. I saw the video of them, like the SpaceX team docking with them, like docking with the space station, and it did look fake. It looked fake, and I was like, "What the heck?" Yeah, it looked so fake. Anyways, but yeah, they made it home. And they got them out, and they're all alive. So that's cool.
They're probably so stoked. They're probably so weirded out by gravity right now. They're so used to not having any.
Oh, dude. Think about how much gains you would lose.
Dude.
What if you could just turn up the gravity a little bit? Like, instead, like if our gravity is a 1, you turn it up to like just like 1.15, right?
1.2.
1.2, 20% increase. Do you think you would get more gains? Like maybe your quads and your calves would get better. You know what I'm talking about?
Nah, everything would have to.
Everything would get better?
Yeah, because think about it, dude. Even your torso. Huh?
Would you get shorter?
Spine might compress.
You would do some decompression every night. That's what you do.
Well, yeah, and you could also just turn back the gravity down. Like you could do it for periods of time.
Oh, that's what you do. You do it during the day, then at night regular.
Yeah, or none.
Yeah,
dude.
None? I don't know. Maybe you need some gravity. Maybe you just turn down to like 0.7 at night.
Bro, you realize there's no gravity on the space station, right?
Yeah, I do realize that.
Oh, okay. All right. I was like, you don't need one.
And there's no way to... Well, I mean, here's the thing. You know what happens when they're in space for periods of time, right?
They literally have to strap themselves down and like put tension on their muscles.
Yeah, because they start to get sarcopenic. Their muscles just waste away. Yeah. So that's what sucks.
That's why we need the gravity turner upper machine.
Than us, right?
Who does?
Mars, their gravity
has less than us.
I think it's more.
It's less. I promise, dude. You want to make $1,000 bet on this? Because I just watched John Carter of Mars.
I don't want to.
I just watched John Carter.
I like to use a fake movie. I know it's probably correct, but you're using a fake movie to substantiate.
Yeah, but Mars is smaller.
What happens in that movie? They go to Mars through a portal.
No, he doesn't go through Mars through a portal, dude.
What happens?
Dude, he uses a thing that makes a copy of himself. So he has a body on Earth and a body on Mars, dude. Read the book, dude. Get educated.
My bad, dude. My bad. You're right. Mars has significantly weaker gravity on Earth.
What's the ratio?
38%.
Oh, dude, that's way smaller than I thought.
I know. Meaning you'd weigh about 38% of your Earth weight on Mars. I'd be so
dude, how much would you weigh? Let me do my math right now.
I'd weigh like 78.
You said how much? 30 what?
38%. So you get less gains on Mars.
I'd weigh 76 pounds.
But imagine, dude, how much weight you could lift trying to like maintain the same strength.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I bet you wouldn't lose your gains if you kept everything up.
Ooh.
Like, think about this, dude. You weigh 76 pounds. All of a sudden, dude, you can jump ridiculously high. Right? You could do 100 pull-ups, dude. Easy. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then like you just do like crazy, what would be like super strenuous activity here, but that's just your normal exercise there.
Uh-huh.
And then you keep it up, dude. Why don't they talk about that? Do they ever talk about that in that movie, Martian?
What? Maintaining strength?
No, just the fact that it's like 30% of our gravity.
I don't know. I've never watched that one all the way through.
For some reason, I don't like movies like that.
Well, I don't like it either, but I have a hard time with Matt Damon in anything but Bourne Identity.
Really, dude? In Elysium, he's great.
Dude, the Bourne movies. Oh, yeah. I watched Elysium with you.
Yeah, I love that movie.
You're the one that made me watch Elysium. I know you like it a lot. Dude, the Bourne movies hold up.
Oh, yeah. The Bourne movies are fantastic.
Oh, dude.
Dude,
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
The memes from that are amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, also, what if Jason Bourne is secretly somebody trying to tell us what the CIA actually does?
Oh, you son of a bitch. You're right.
That's exactly
right. Yeah.
Dude, they're prepping us for the JFK files. That's what they were doing.
Really?
How do we know that Lee Harvey Oswald wasn't a sleeper agent, dude? They don't remember, bro.
Dude, yeah. Oh, man.
I'm just saying, dude.
You ready for this? You ready to get hyped? The music from it is actually really good.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
It's actually fantastic. You're just like,
yep. Oh, dude, you knew what was up on this point.
Oh, shoot, dude. This is the type of music I'm going to listen to going into work tomorrow.
You gonna work out tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. I don't work out. I'll probably work out, yeah.
Dude, listen to this when you work out.
Oh, dude, it's going to get... I'm walking into the gym. Anyways, do you have anything left to say to the kids?
It's just that we love you. We really do. Thank you for watching.
Take care of yourself. Read the JFK Files. Come to your own conclusions.